I'm not going to be breaking any news, but I do want to talk about a story that's in the news that I think demonstrates a sign of the times. And I'm calling it ZuckerMusk. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute, but for me, it's kind of got under my skin, which is why I'm making this video. So keep watching, and I'm going to tell you about this thing that I'm calling ZuckerMusk and why it kind of illustrates, the subtle depravity of what's going on in our world and even in our professional lives, because this does affect our professional life. Hi, my name is Shawn Sommerkamp, and this is Motivationeer Christian Coaching. So you've probably heard that Facebook's Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, has released a new Twitter competitor called Threads. Seemingly overnight. I mean, it's got the record now for the most downloaded app in history. It trounced the ChatGPT record of 2 million in 30 days. I think Threads is at 30 million in just 30 days. So Elon Musk freaks out about it. Maybe rightfully so, I don't know. I mean, time will tell, but he gets his lawyer to write a letter warning Zuckerberg that he's going to come after him if he doesn't shut this thing down. Basically saying, you've stolen our proprietary information because you've hired a bunch of my ex-Twitter engineers that worked on the Twitter platform. So where this gets kind of zany, not that that's not zany enough, but that's kind of typical business anti-competition law, But because I'm a big UFC lover, I love watching combat sports. For some reason, I'm not a combat athlete, but I love watching it. And about 3 months ago, the president of the UFC, Dana White, started talking about a fist fight in a cage between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk.
How real is Zuckerberg versus Musk? Because now we're hearing that Musk's mom doesn't want him to fight. How real is this thing?
It's very real. That
is nuts, at least to me. And part of the reason why is because I do believe in kind of the purity and wholesomeness of a combat sport. I mean, this goes way back to gladiator times, which, by the way, I just found out recently that the Minister of Culture for Italy has reached out to Mark Zuckerberg and asked him to try to get the fight done inside the Colosseum, one of the wonders of the world.
So TMZ Sports just broke the story that Italy is interested in hosting the fight, which we believe is going to happen between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
Not just Italy, Harvey. The Colosseum, the near 2,000-year-old Roman Colosseum.
Man, if that's not nuts. So the reason why this is kind of weird for me is because Dana White, who's developed really the best combat sports league in the world, UFC, used to always hang his hat on this idea that we don't mess with gimmicks. We don't do gimmick fights. He did that because lots of other combat organizations were putting on these big name gimmick fights and crushing all of Dana White's biggest pay-per-view sales numbers. Like when Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather. That's a gimmick fight. Mayweather could have destroyed him in one round, but he let it go 10 just to give the crowd some entertainment. And it was the highest selling pay-per-view in history. Well, now this thing that Dana White said he would never do, he's going to put on this gimmick fight between Zuck. That's really what I want to call it, ZuckerMusk, but between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
Can we be excited about this? Is there a possibility this is really going to happen?
I was talking to both Elon and Mark last night. Both guys are absolutely dead serious about this. This would be the biggest fight ever in the history of the world. Bigger than anything that's ever been done. It would break all pay-per-view records. These guys would raise, hundreds of millions of dollars for charity. And, you don't have to be a fight fan to be interested in this fight. Everybody would want to see it.
It's a gimmick fight. And for the first month when Dana White started mentioning this, all these, hardcore mixed martial arts media outlets started covering these video clips where Dana White was like, I'm never going to do that. And now he's doing it. He's going to make a lot of money in this. Now, I have heard that Musk and Zuckerberg are going to do it for charity, which is great, good for them. But the reason why this is so zany to me is they're CEOs of a company. They're going to get into a ring and fight, potentially harm each other, potentially crack each other and starch each other and give each other CTE or break a limb, because from what I understand, Zuckerberg is pretty decent at jiu-jitsu and probably knows a little stand-up. But they're going to be taking time away from their business mission that they promised their shareholders to make a product that's worthy of excellence to fight each other. It's a gimmick. And man, I am not a fan of that. There are shareholders of both companies that are not fans of this. I decided not to do the research on it because I just didn't want to get into all that, hate speech. But think about if you're an employee that's spent, 80 hours a week, some weeks, many weeks helping these products be great. And now your CEO is going to be in a ring fighting, You might be one of those people that go, hey, Shawn, lighten up. Yeah, I get it. I tend to like gimmicky fights. But in this realm, when we're talking about two of the most influential business leaders in the world having a fist fight, it's a little embarrassing, at least to me. And we don't want to forget, Mark Zuckerberg has been brought before Congress because of his trade practices. And now he's got this Threads adding on to his already massive impact with Facebook. He's going to have enough information to continue to change elections if you believe he did. I don't have a belief one way or the other. And then Elon Musk, who supposedly, if you're one of these people that's believed his life ambition was get to Mars, you're wrong, because nothing about his life demonstrates this. Yeah, maybe when he first started out, that was kind of a dream, but clearly his whole life turned to the pursuit of money and wealth, and which is what I think Zuckerberg does too. That's why I think they're going to be doing this, even though it's under the guise of a charity event. This is the same type of lie that we see with Bill Gates when he starts telling all these billionaires, give away 99% of your billions. By the way, just do a quick Google search. How many homes Bill Gates owns? How many airplanes, private jets, how many islands he owns? How big all these houses are, and you tell me he's doing that off of 1% of his income? It's a joke. It's a mimic. It's a gimmick. He's mimicking the devil, maybe. That's probably what was going on in my mind. Now, I'm not trying to rally people to boycott this upcoming fight, which, by the way, this gimmick fight is going to crush the sales records for the biggest pay-per-view of all time. It's going to crush it. That was the Mayweather-McGregor fight. I'm not saying boycott it, but I am saying, guys, if we're going to be devoting our lives to something, let's not make it about money, because we're going to do insane things like these two men are about to do. This is like some type of fragrance that's making us go nuts. It's ZuckerMusk. Don't buy into the ZuckerMusk. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for 2 new videos each week. Tell me in the comments below about your career situation, and I'll make a video for you with a shout out. You can also become a member at Motivationeer.com. Your career is not just a way to make a living, it's a way to transform the world.